Hey guys, Coach Simon here. So today I'm going to be showing you some tricks and tips on how to get the sickest abs possible for your body type. So I know this is a cliche and you've probably heard this before, but abs are made in the kitchen. So everyone has abdominal muscles. Some people hold a little bit more body fat in front of the abdominals than others, and it's just a case of decreasing the body fat percentage as a whole to get those abs popping. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a fitness myth that we can target a body fat percentage in a certain area. That's not really the case, but I'm going to show you some great exercises and tips you can do with your nutrition that are really going to optimize the look of your abdominal beer belly. Right, okay, so unfortunately doing 15 minutes of ab crunches at the end of your session just isn't going to cut if you really want to get that six-pack popping. So just like with any other muscle group, you should train your abdominal muscles how you would train your chest. So supersets, drop sets, AMRAPs, for time. You should really be putting weight through the abdominal muscles. So I'm going to show you a couple of exercises. So I'm going to superset everything. The first little superset we're going to do is hanging leg raises with a Russian twist. Okay, the first exercise we're going to do is hanging leg raises. The reason why I like to do these on the bar, and I'm going to show you a variation if you struggle with this, is it's really going to help improve grip strength. So if you do a lot of pull-ups or any sort of pulling movements, it's really going to strengthen the forearms as well as core. Right, so on top of the bar, and what you're trying to aim for is trying to keep contraction through the core all the way through this movement. So we want to go just past 90 degrees and control on the way down. We're going to go for 10 reps. That movement, it's really important to get a little bit of a roll through the hip. So contract, almost pull your chest down towards your pelvis. Give it a good squeeze. You might even feel that through your obliques. If you're struggling with that, what you can do is, just to make it a little bit easier, you can lie down on the floor and you can do your leg raises. Just make sure you squeeze that lower back down onto the floor, and again you're just coming up past 90 degrees. Try and keep them abdominal muscles contracted all the way through that movement. The second exercise I'm going to superset the leg raises with is what we call a Russian twist. It's not a cocktail, it does sound a bit like a cocktail. Right, so you're going to sit down on the floor into this position with the kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell for this, and all we're going to do is pick the kettlebell up and twist. I'm trying to keep my legs as still as I can. There's going to be a little bit of movement. You should really feel this contracting and squeezing through those obliques, which is this muscle here. So you see how we're working the abdominal muscles from two different angles in this superset. So it's up and down, and then we're adding a little bit of a twist. So we're working obliques and lower abdominals. Okay? When I'm training core, I try and keep my rest periods down to a minimum, because when we're trying to decrease in body fat, what we need to be doing is we need to be burning more calories than we're consuming. Okay, so by working at a little bit of a higher intensity, I can burn more calories during a session if I cut my rest periods down and work a little bit harder. So I try and stick to about a 30-second rest or something. Right, the second superset that we're going to work with is two variations of the wood chop. So we're going to work the wood chop at two different angles. Now, this is my favourite core exercise. I absolutely love this exercise, just because I feel like it completely rips up right across my core, especially on my right hand side of my oblique. So we're going to do 16 reps on a high to low wood chop, and then we're going to go straight in to a low to high wood chop. So all I've done here is I've just changed the angle on the cable machine to which way I'm pulling. So again, I'm working the abdominal muscles from different angles. So I've done 16 reps on this side, 16 reps low, and then I'm going to change over and do the other side. So I'm doing 64 reps in total. So I've done 16 high on the right, 16 low on the right, and then I'm just doing the left hand side now. And I can really feel it contracting all through my obliques, all down my lower abdominals. I'm really going to have some abdoms tomorrow, I think. What's next, Jolly Bobs? I've forgotten. Right, okay, so in the next superset we're going to do cable crunches with weighted leg raises. So with these cable crunches, just like we were doing on the leg raises, it's really important that at the bottom of the movement, you bring that chest in towards the pelvis. Give them abdominal muscles a good squeeze, and then when you come up, open up those abdominal muscles, and then back down again, and give them a good squeeze at the bottom. Okay? I'm wearing thermal pants. I thought they'd look good in the video, but then like when I'm training now, I'm absolutely sweating my back out. Right? So the next exercise, again, this is probably one of my favourite exercises because I'm quite tight in the hip flexors. This actually gives your hip flexors a really good stretch out too. So it's weighted leg raises. So again, it's really important. I know I keep saying this, but give those abs a good squeeze at the top of the movement. So to make this a bit easier, you can do this without a weight, but adding a little bit of weight really makes it pop. Right, so you want to try and keep your lower back squeezed down onto the bench, and then you're coming up just so your hips are sat at about 90 degrees, and then down, tap that floor, 2, and then we're going to go for 10 reps. If I can finish them, I'm going to try. Again, keeping control through that movement is really important. How many am I on, Ollie? I've lost count. I reckon that was 10. I don't give a fuck. Right. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a finisher, an ab finisher. We've got 2 exercises back to back. We're going to do abdominal rollouts. I'm going to show you how to use the ab wheel, but you can use a preloaded Olympic bar with weights on to do this exercise. There is a video on my YouTube channel, I can post that. And then we're going to superset that with mountain climbers. So we're going to do this a little bit differently. We're not going to do this with reps, we're going to do this for time. So I'm going to put 45 seconds on the clock. I'm going to do as many ab rollouts as I can in 45 seconds, and then I'm going to go straight into mountain climbs. I'm going to do as many reps as I can in 45 seconds. We're going to have a minute rest, 3 rounds, and that is going to fuck me up, but it's all good because I'm going to go to the cafe next door and I have 4 protein balls, 400 calories of goodness. Right, it's really important at the bottom of this movement that you don't let your lower back collapse down so all that weight travels through here. You want to keep the weight travelling through the core, so almost try and keep that bum up in the air and roll your lumbar, which is your lower back, point that up to the ceiling. Right, mountain climbs, 45 seconds into the press-up position, and then I'm going to bring my left leg up, and then I'm going to jump through. 1, 2, 3. And again, trying to keep contraction through that core all the way through the movement, so I'm sort of tensing my core. I can really feel that core pumping as well as my hip flexors. I do not want to do 3 more rounds of that.
Come on, round 2.
Done round 2 in my thermal pants. I'm absolutely sweating my back out. Don't know why I wore them. But anyway, so I've got 1 more round to do, and that I can already. I've not done much core work since before my holiday about 3 weeks ago. I can already feel I'm going to be in pieces tomorrow here. So it's a really good little circuit this to finish off at the end. Finished. Right, okay, I hope you enjoyed that session. If you've got any questions, leave it in the comment box below. Also, if you add me on Snapchat, Coach Simon Booth, I'm always posting little training videos like this, nutrition videos, food prep sessions, and also loads of recipe ideas. So Coach Simon Booth on Snapchat. And if you head over to my website, I'm actually offering a free food prep session. So if you head over to my website, coachsimon.co.uk, you can download my free food prep session. Right, that's me done for the day. See you later, guys.